le micro. C'est maintenant, il est 23h30, la conférence Capcom. Cette fois-ci, on va sûrement avoir le droit à, ils vont sûrement parler un petit peu de Resident Evil Village. Peut-être d'autres annonces sur un nouveau remaster, LOL, et sûrement peut-être aussi la série animée qui va sortir sur Netflix. On n'en sait rien, franchement. On va voir ça. En tout cas, c'est parti. Ça va commencer dans moins de 2 minutes. Le temps pour moi. Beaucoup mieux. Voilà, c'est vrai que ça n'a pas été intéressant. J'ai continué à regarder du coin de l'œil. Ce qu'il y a eu, c'était pas très intéressant. La tourtelle est sortie pour cette petite soirée tranquillement. Il n'y a plus qu'à attendre maintenant. Ça commence dans moins de 1 minute 40 secondes exactement. En vrai, je sais pas trop ce qu'ils vont proposer. Je suis dans le flou total. Je pense que ça va être court, sachant qu'après, qu'est-ce qu'il y a après? Il y a Razer à minuit, mais je pense pas qu'on regardera. Donc voilà.
I mean, that alone, I'm just like, I'm exactly. I was like, I love this, so I'm definitely here for it.
Putain, je peux pas calculer ça comme ça. Demain, pardon, oui. Demain, si ça finit tard. Tant pis, tant pis.
This is what you've been waiting for, right? The Capcom presentation is starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
C'est parti.
Go do Capcom.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host, Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer, and I'll be your guide as we walk through the latest releases, news, and updates from Capcom. We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team, share some news from the world of Monster Hunter, and get the latest on Ace Attorney. Then we'll wrap up with some updates from our friends at Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Our first stop today, Resident Evil Village. The Resident Evil franchise continues to pioneer the latest and greatest in survival horror. The team has been blown away by the response to Resident Evil Village, which launched last month. It brought the world another chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise celebrates its 25th anniversary this year. I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message for the fans.
Another time.
Bye-bye.
There's nothing to fear.
Here's Rose! She's everything to me.
I think it's time you left things in my hands. Go on, rest now.
Hi everyone, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village. I wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's played since we launched the game in May. We hope you're enjoying this new chapter in survival horror. As a reminder, everyone who purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer title, Resident Evil REverse, where players go head-to-head with their favorite Resident Evil heroes and bioweapons. I'm now happy to announce that Resident Evil REverse will go live next month across all supported platforms. So head into the fray to celebrate the Resident Evil 25th anniversary.
Ah, suite à une forte demande, ils sont en train de développer un nouveau DLC pour Resident Evil. Des infos très prochainement.
Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
This was his fate. Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
All around, things just kept getting worse. But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and returned to Hekolu Island. I went there to see Red's old monster again. Then, of course, that's when I met you.
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now a Rathalos egg. This is destiny.
This is the legendary monster, Ray's Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between the strange happenings and the wings of ruin. The pits are appearing everywhere, and they're emitting a strange light.
What's this whole idea of forming kinship with monsters? How do you control them?
It's not about control. Monsters help riders of their own will. And the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Tsukino.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves? All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice, Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power is too much for his body to bear.
A voice. Can you hear it?
Riders can bond with monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
They have the power of kinship. They're friends, they're monsties. Humans carry the strength of everyone they meet. That makes them strong. My friends here taught me that. I believe in the strength of humanity.
Monster Hunter Story 2, Wings of Ruin, une exclusivité sur Nintendo Switch.
Looks pretty epic, right? And how about that announcement? The canine companion Palamute from Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter Stories 2 as one of the new Monsties in the first free title update coming soon after the game's release. You can get an early peek at the game with the Monster Hunter Stories 2 Wings of Ruin trial version starting on June 25th, which also carries your progress over to the full game release just a few weeks later on July 9th. That's not the only way to join the hunt. Millions of you made Monster Hunter Rise a huge success earlier this year, and we have even more content coming, including a new collaboration on the Rise. Let's find out more.
Let's go! This is for my fellow hunters!
Rathalos is no runt. Moon's blessing emerge. Get ready. I have a good feeling. What will it be? Moon's blessing emerge.
Tamura is like my second home.
You think you can take on Rondine?
There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan, with all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan. You'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now, let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unravel this mystery.
Welcome to the center of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible. I will become a lawyer. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder. Who are you? Herlock Shows. You must have heard of me.
We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san.
Let us engage in the art of deduction, Mr. Naruhodo. Well, what have we here? It would seem the truth is now tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
You're the best lawyer in the world.
So we have 10 new cases and 8 mini escapades.
10
where you
nouvelles
take on the
enquêtes
role of a defense
incroyables.
attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a
Ah,
closer
du
first look
gameplay.
at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles: Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock. Herlock will proceed to present his logic and reasoning spectacular, a grandiose yet flawed series of conjectures.
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deductions. At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery. As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information. Upon uncovering the truth, Ryunosuke and Herlock enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the dance of deduction.
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection!
In summation examination, take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty verdict.
You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor. Examine each statement carefully and select 2 contradicting jurors to call out the flaws in their logic.
Objection!
Be ready to provide evidence from the court record to help prove the contradiction in their claims. When you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the jurors, you might just change their minds, too. With a slam of their fist, each juror you persuade will send a fiery ball towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor. Bring each contradiction to light and persuade the jury to help prove your client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
This has just been a small taste of the exciting new gameplay features in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are very excited to get this game in the hands of both new fans and diehard fans alike. Thanks for watching.
Le 7 juillet
It
2021.
already seems like I have a bunch of games to catch up on. There are some exciting new adventures and titles to look forward to. Well, that's a look at the new premieres from Capcom, but what about esports? Let's close out today's showcase with a few words from two of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open, Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour as well as Street Fighter League, here with competitive Street Fighter V player and host extraordinaire, Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
Oh my goodness, Vicious. Host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it, and I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter V, Capcom E3, it just feels right, and you feel the electricity in the air. Nice! Nice! What? That was nasty! And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter V is. The long and the short of it is this. We travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our opponent's life bar from 100 all the way down to 0 and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your region, sign up for Capcom Pro Tour to prove it and become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter V.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera.
Yikes! Don't ever expect another man's controller.
So in this year's CPT overall, it's a series of tournaments that have $5,000 on the line for each tournament, but that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all, Capcom Cup.
Item just reset in grand finals of Capcom Cup.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory, the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 official stage and set, and that's a place that you are very, very familiar with.
That's right, we take all of our events and broadcast it live from this stage, and we check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour, spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into Capcom Cup this season. I'm absolutely excited because, again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we could expect for 2021.
And Mago is your first qualifier for Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Not only can you catch the Capcom Pro Tour live on the Capcom Fighters channel, you can do so on a plethora of platforms. We have it on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VODs for all the competitive studying you would need to become a successful Street Fighter V player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour. We have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that's happened season after season, non-stop action, 6 teams of 3, duke it out in this battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the $150,000 prize pool.
Street Fighter League is something that you don't want to miss because normally we only have 1v1 content. But now you actually have your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
Look for more news on Street Fighter League later this year.
It's Oki time. What's gonna happen?
Nice.
He checks it. He checks the movement. What's happening? It's so good.
Let's not forget, the Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the official website for more information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logged in during this period will receive an exclusive competitor title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom Pro Tour updates on the Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region. We've had a couple of more events going on afterwards, but the action does not stop. In fact, we're going to be continuing off with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio. Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament.
You do not want to miss some of the best Street Fighter V players in the world compete head-to-head.
So it's you.
I dare you to find better Street Fighter. I dare you.
This is a game about being a world warrior. Capcom College
Tournament play.
Obviously, they got a rivalry.
I'm the best in the world.
This game has changed the lives of so many people here.
Ooh, nice.
The pop-off! That's what I'm talking about.
I told you it's gonna go to the limit, and I ain't lying to the people.
This is the ultimate Street Fighter V experience. This is Capcom Pro Tour.
Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check out Capcom Fighters' Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment of the survival horror experience and RE-Verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have new adventures to embark on in the world of Monster Hunter with Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere yet. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again and more. I'm Rachel Querico, aka Seltzer. Thank you for being part of the Capcom experience at E3 this year.
Et voilà, c'est magnifique. Et bah, c'était une belle conférence. C'était une belle conférence, comme on avait bien besoin d'en voir en vrai. Et je dirais que cette conférence rattrape un peu le 3. Là aujourd'hui, l'Indie Expo, il y a eu quelques conférences, 2 conférences pour l'instant qui me soulagent un peu et qui me font dire yes, il y a des jeux, il y a des bons jeux, il y a de la nouveauté, il y a tout ce qu'on aime. Il y a tout ce qu'on aime et c'est parfait. Et c'est parfait, je me suis pas ennuyé, c'était limpide, ça a duré une demi-heure. Mais voilà quoi, moi c'est vrai que j'adore les marques qui font des conférences qui durent qu'une demi-heure, mais on s'en fout si elles ne durent qu'une demi-heure. S'il y a des choses à présenter durant cette demi-heure, ça sera parfait. Mais ne faites pas une conférence de 1 heure, 1 heure et demie, 2 heures pour juste nous sortir 4 putains de jeux et faire un jeu toutes les demi-heures. Et que du blablabla à côté, ou j'en sais rien. Maintenant, je crois que maintenant en fait c'est terminé. Ah, on n'a pas Razer, mais Razer, je sais pas trop ce qu'ils vont présenter. Pour ça, je suis un peu emmerdé là. Je suis un peu emmerdé parce que je sais pas du tout ce que Razer vont montrer. Alors déjà, je crois que je fais une connerie là-dessus, mais c'est pas bien grave.
That lovely little lady came up on the screen, but I think she was like telling the protagonist something like, you know, this monster can
Ouais, je
sense
crois que j'ai fait une
fear,
petite,
it can
un
sense
petit misclick.
anxiety. Monsty, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Faut que je règle ça rapidement.
Why they didn't change the name to Monsty Hunter?
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I mean, Monsty Hunter, I like that too.
Non, ils ok. Incroyable. Parce que du coup, j'ai toutes les VOD. Malheureusement, elles sont un peu en mode bordel, mais tant pis. Aujourd'hui, on est le 14, donc ce sera pour demain le 15 à 10h30. Je pense que je publierai vers 10h30 si j'arrive à me réveiller.
For me personally, again, somebody who does love the core Monster Hunter series, I didn't give Monster Hunter Stories
Donc voilà. Et je sais plus si j'ai fait exporter. Je suis fatigué. Je fais beaucoup de conneries, moi, dis donc.
That's interesting, and it is interesting to see that world.
YouTube Studio. Bon, je verrai. Je vais pas la poster en double dans le doute parce que ça ferait chier. Je voulais aller voir aussi sur Twitter. Voir du coup si. Là, bien évidemment, Capcom est en tendance et Ellie. The Last of Us. Ah, parce qu'aujourd'hui, oui, aujourd'hui on fête les 8 ans de The Last of Us. C'est incroyable. C'est incroyable. Ce sont les 8 ans de The Last of Us aujourd'hui. 8 ans. Voilà, c'était la sortie de The Last of Us, c'était le 14 juin 2013. Un jeu qui est magnifique. Le 1 est magnifique. Le 2 aussi, mais les deux sont magnifiques en vrai. Les deux sont magnifiques. Et en fait, c'est là où ils ont intelligent, c'est qu'en fait, c'est pas vraiment un The Last of Us 1 et un The Last of Us 2. C'est la partie 2 du 1. Et c'est vrai qu'on peut pas trop du coup les séparer, puisque les deux sont complètement liés. Et en fait, c'est juste une évolution future. Donc ouais, c'est ça qui est incroyable. Là, la conférence Razer commence, mais ils vont nous présenter quoi? Un nouveau masque? Ouais, non, je pense pas que je vais me la mater. Mais en tout cas, oui, c'est les... C'est les 8 ans de The Last of Us. On aura aussi quoi d'autre demain? Donc demain...
PC gaming to console gaming to mobile gaming. But what I'd like to talk a little bit about today, to kick things off, is PC gaming. Something near, dear, close to my heart. And pretty much to talk about the decade of the Razer Blade.
Donc demain, on aura la conférence Nintendo et ensuite le 3 se terminera après-demain, mais ce sera dans, du coup à 2h du matin.
And this caused quite a bit of controversy back then because gaming laptops were not gaming laptops in the true sense of the word. They were gaming luggables back in the day. Super thick, super heavy. And the Razer Blade was the first true gaming laptop in the sense it was super thin, super light, and super powerful.
Bah si, alors je vais m'intéresser. Ça va être environ, je pense, jusqu'à 1h du matin. Et du coup, on va se le mater. Allez. On va se mater Razer. C'est parti.
In 2013, we launched the world's thinnest gaming laptop. 2016, we invented the world's first Thunderbolt 3 external GPU. In 2018,
vachement sous-doté ça pour les PC portables en vrai. Ce serait tellement bien que ça y en ait plus.
15-inch gaming laptop. And since then, we've now got the entire Razer Blade family. We've got the Blade Stealth 13, we've got the Blade Pro 17, and of course, we've got the Blade 15. And the Razer Blade has been both
ça me fait tellement penser au keynote d'Apple quand même, c'est vachement la sauce Apple.
Ah ouais, best gaming laptop in the world and continues to win accolades over and over again. And at this point, many of our fans, many of the Razer community is asking, what's next? So we go down and we talk to every single one of our fan base, for gamers, by gamers, we talk to the press. And one thing that we've heard consistently over the past couple of years is when is Razer going to make an AMD gaming laptop? Well, Ladies and gentlemen,
D'accord,
I'm
donc ils
incredibly
introduisent
excited to be
AMD
able to
maintenant
announce
comme...
that we're now working closely together with AMD.
Voilà,
And we've
maintenant
put
Razer,
the
AMD,
very
tous les PC
best
portables, enfin du moins
designers
certains
and
PC portables
engineers
sont équipés
together with
aussi
the top
de processeurs
AMD
AMD.
engineers.
Intel donc paie
And what
encore de
we've
la part du
created
marché.
in a single line is the ultimate AMD gaming laptop. And with that, we are bringing back the legendary Razer Blade 14. How do we do this? How did we make the ultimate AMD gaming laptop? Well, we took a look at the 14-inch gaming laptops today. Now, many of them have tried to follow in the footsteps of the Blade 14 that we created some 10 years ago, and many things have changed since then. In terms of form factor, many of the gaming laptops out there are portable, but we feel they could be thinner, could be slimmer. Now, over and above, in terms of GPUs, there's been not much innovation. Don't get me wrong, they've got a great GPU in there, but they max out at a RTX 3060. In fact, in terms of total graphics power, or TGP, they max out at just 80 watts. And we feel it could go much higher with, of course, the right materials and with, of course, the right cooling thermal solutions. Now, as we talk about materials, unfortunately, most of them still use really non-premium builds. Now, one thing that we do at Razer that all of you are familiar with is that we look at doing really premium builds. We've got CNC'd machined chassis. We want to make sure that you've got the best possible no flex kind of a chassis, but many of the ones out there don't have that. And of course, cooling. Many of the 14-inch gaming laptops are still using solutions that we pioneered some 10 years ago. At Razer, we've really pushed it ahead. We've had vapor chamber cooling for years now. We are in the next generation of that. We've done that for laptops. We've done that for phones over and over. Now, in terms of having all this last-gen tech, many of them are still limited in terms of the ports that they've got. They've got only a couple of Type A ports, a couple of Type C ports, so on and so forth. And they've got truly, truly uninspired keyboards. They're using single color backlit keyboards. Why? Because they don't have space or they don't have the imagination. But at Razer, we've got loads and loads of imagination. And what do we want to imagine? Well, a whole lot of ultras. Ultra what? Well, ultra powerful. We want it to be ultra powerful. We want it to be ultra thin. We want it to be ultra fast. We want to have ultra connectivity. We want it to be ultra responsive. And of course, ultra, ultra immersive. That's a lot of ultras to make the ultimate AMD gaming laptop. But let's talk about how ultra powerful the new Razer Blade 14 is. Now, together with AMD and Razer, we have designed and engineered in a single line the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. This is not any normal gaming laptop that we're talking about. We're talking about the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. And to this end, we wanted to pick one of the most powerful CPUs on the planet today, and we've picked the AMD Ryzen 5900HX. This is truly an incredible CPU. We are talking about a HX class, an extreme class AMD processor, and it's an unlocked processor. Unlike many of the other laptops out there using the HS class processors, we are using a HX class unlocked processor, a Zen 3 mobile processor in a cutting-edge 7-nanometer level. It's an 8-core x86 CPU, and it's got an up to a whopping 4.6 gigahertz of power. This is an insanely, insanely great CPU. And joining me here today talking about this partnership to make the ultimate AMD gaming laptop is Jason Banter, VP of Product Management of AMD.
Razer is known for some of the most innovative gaming laptops in the industry. Razer has established a design, quality, and performance standard that is second to none. That's why we at AMD are excited to partner with Razer for the first time, bringing Ryzen, the world's best mobile gaming processors, to the Razer laptop lineup. Engineers from both companies partnered together, start to finish, to bring the best components, the best performance, and the best experience together in the new Razer Blade 14. The new Blade 14 features an unlocked Ryzen 9 5900HX processor, enabling elite gaming performance on a thin and light notebook with amazing battery life. The 5900HX delivers 8 cores and 16 threads of Zen 3 core performance. A max boost clock of up to 4.6 gigahertz quickly dispatches workloads, reduces latency when gaming, and performs 3D renders at breakneck speeds. The 5900HX also doubles the L3 cache size compared to the 4000 series. This massive on-chip memory is vital to unlock the full performance of discrete graphics for gaming. And all of this is based on 7nm process technology. The AMD Ryzen 9 HX series was designed to deliver the most immersive gaming experience you can get in a laptop with zero compromises. From all of us at AMD, congratulations to Min and the entire Razer team for outstanding execution on this project. We're proud to be a part of this generation of Razer Blade laptops and look forward to expanding these opportunities for gamers in the future.
Thank you very much, Jason. So that was Jason of AMD talking about our partnership. But the CPU, of course, while we've picked one of the most powerful in the world, is just half the equation. What's on the other half of the equation? Well, the GPU. We've picked one of the most powerful CPUs in the world, and we've also picked one of the most powerful GPUs. And we're talking, of course, about the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 series. Now, our engineers and NVIDIA, we've been working together for many years. We've been optimizing it. We've got the best GPUs in the world with NVIDIA. They've got up to 8 gigs of VRAM. And one thing that we did is that we've managed to push the total gaming power up to 100 watts of power. We're not talking about the 80 watts that everyone else is doing. We've pushed it all the way to the limit, up to 100 watts of TGP, and in something as small and thin as a 14-inch form factor. Now, of course, we start with the RTX 3060. It's a great GPU. That's what everybody else is also using, but we wanted to start with that. Now, over and above, our thermals guys said, you know, we're crazy at Razer. We're the mad scientists. We can take it a notch further. So what have we done? Well, in the new Razer Blade 14, we've got an RTX 3070 option. That's a truly powerful GPU matched with a truly powerful CPU. But we're Razer. We want to take it up to 11. We are going all the way up to the moon. And what we've done with the new Razer Blade 14 is that we have now added as an option a crazy and insane RTX 3080. Imagine that, the most powerful GPU on the planet with one of the most powerful CPUs on the planet. It's truly, truly powerful. And of course, joining me here on screen today from NVIDIA to talk about how we've put this crazy RTX 3080 into an ultra-thin form factor of the new Razer Blade 14 is Matt, VP, Global GeForce Marketing at NVIDIA, on screen.
Thanks, Min, for inviting us to present at your event. Once again, we're excited to partner with Razer on the development and launch of a Blade laptop. This time, the all-new Blade 14 powered by GeForce RTX. For the first time, gamers can experience an RTX 3070 and 3080 laptop GPU in a 14-inch form factor. It packs incredible performance in an ultra-thin, sleek design. Wherever you go, you can play the most stunning and graphically demanding games because the RTX 30 series includes second-gen RT cores that enable fast ray tracing. Enjoy realistic lighting, reflections, shadows, ambient occlusion, and more. All of those make your games more immersive. Ray tracing is featured in many of today's most popular games. NVIDIA DLSS also has been widely adopted by games. Many refer to it as magical. DLSS provides a huge boost to performance using AI rendering and looks as good or better than traditional methods. Dedicated tensor cores built into the RTX GPU do the AI processing. Now, in addition to the high frame rates pumped out by the GeForce GPU, NVIDIA Reflex low latency technologies give gamers the competitive edge in their favorite games. NVIDIA Reflex is now supported in 7 of the top 10 competitive shooters. But we're talking about laptops, so efficient power usage is incredibly important to making gaming laptops as thin and cool and quiet as possible. That's where our Max-Q technologies come in. Every aspect of the laptop, the GPU, software, PCB design, power delivery, and thermals are all optimized for power and performance. With the help of AI, high-performance gaming laptops are faster and better than ever before. Let me give you an example. Dynamic Boost 2. It automatically distributes the power across the GPU memory, and the CPU for maximum performance, whether you're gaming or creating. We can't wait for gamers and creators to experience the incredible power and the portability of the new Razer Blade 14. Min, thank you for your great partnership.
Thank you very much, Matt. And that is the ultimate AMD gaming laptop, ultra powerful, and we just talked about it. But we've not just got true power. It's not just the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. Let's talk a little bit about how it's ultra thin. Now, how thin have we gotten it? Well, it's not just ultra thin. It is the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. Let it sink in. Think about it. I just said this is the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop, and now I'm actually saying it's also the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. We are talking about 16.8 millimeters thin with a 3080. Mind you, it's 0.66 inches thin. And the reason for it is because for the past 10 years, we've been bringing together the very best thermals engineers on the planet. They've got all kinds of innovative solutions. They've been pushing the limits. And what we've got over here in the Razer Blade 14 is the next generation vapor chambers. And we've designed this from ground up. We are light years ahead of the competition. Many of them are still copying what we've done 10 years ago. And today we're 10 years ahead. We're a full decade ahead. We've designed the next generation vapor chambers in the Blade 14. Each of these tiny little fans have got 88 fan blades. And we worked with fluid dynamics scientists. We made sure that every fan blade was designed from the ground up. 88 fan blades. What does that mean? Every single fan blade in our fans is about 0.1 millimeters thin. We have designed fan blades the width of a human hair. In addition, of course, we are using T6 grade aluminum CNC chassis. You've got to kind of touch it to believe it. You've got to understand that's what a Razer blade is about, that premium quality. And of course, that super durable anodized finish. Ultra thin, the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. So let's talk about how fast it is. Ultra fast. We've got the fastest 14-inch display. We've got two options. We've got a FHD 144 Hertz, and we've got a QHD at a blazing fast 165 Hertz. It's 100% DCI P3 display, IPS grade. It's AMD FreeSync Premium, and every single display is custom calibrated right out of the factory. Ultra fast. Now let's talk about connectivity really quickly. Ultra connectivity, lots and lots and lots and lots of ports. We're talking about Wi-Fi 6E. We've got Bluetooth 5.2. Now, some of the gaming laptops, or the 14-inch gaming laptops, don't even have space to put a camera there. Webcam, it's a Windows Hello. Lots of ports. We've got, on one end of the chassis, we've got a Type A, we've got a Type C Gen 2. The Type C, is Gen 2 charging. It's got a display port. In addition to that, we've got HDMI 2.1, which has an output of 4K 120 Hertz. Now, on the other end, we've also got another Type A, another Type C. We've got lots and lots of ports. Ultra connectivity. Let's talk about how responsive it is. Ultra responsive. It's got a full anti-ghosted keyboard. We've pioneered this many, many years ago. Now, one of the things I'm really proud of is how buttery smooth. This is like melted butter. The Precision touchpad is. It's a beautiful touchpad. You've got to touch it to believe it. And unlike all the other inspired keyboards, we've got a per-key Razer Chroma RGB keyboard. It's a fantastic keyboard. It's an incredible keyboard. It's got a beautiful key travel. You got to try it to believe it. This is a legend by itself. It's ultra responsive. And now let's talk a little bit about how immersive the new Blade 14 is. And what we've got incorporated inside this is THX spatial audio, giving that beautiful spatial surround sound all around you. And of course, we're using it with upward firing speakers. You know, that's a truly, truly great set of speakers. And at this point of time, I'm sure most of you guys watching, some of you guys may be skeptical. We've made it so powerful. We've made it so thin. We've packed it chock full of all kinds of features. This is like a laptop, which is 10 years in the future. What have we compromised? And at Razer, we do not compromise. You'll know it if you own one of our Blade laptops. We do not compromise. And some of you may suspect we may have put a really tiny battery in there. Absolutely not. Because on a single charge, the Blade 14 runs for up to 12 hours. That's an insane level of battery life in the Blade 14. Now, the team has put together a video, a quick ad to kind of show it to everyone. I'm sure you're excited to see it. And let's show it for everyone. Here you go.
Yeah, this is what I'm made of. This is for the throne and the kingdom. The king's here, yelling freedom. Do or die, do it now if you believe it. You reap what you sow every season. Yeah, you kill what you eat when you feasting. Yeah, it's death before the sign of no treason. No, in a time of war, no retreat. Never lay down and die on my feet. I look the reaper in his eyes and won't blink. I'm the voice every time that I speak. It's like thunder when it strikes. I'm the king. I'm the king. I am supreme. I am king.
And at this point of time, I'm sure all of you would like to see the actual real thing. This is not a figment of my imagination. This is not a figment of the imagination of a gamer out there. But here it is, the legendary Razer Blade 14, back in flesh or back in CNC aluminum. You can see it's ultra, ultra thin. Imagine that we've got a HX class CPU in there. We've got a 5900 Ryzen, of course. We've also got a 3080 NVIDIA GeForce GPU, all in an ultra thin 16.8 millimeter form factor. It's super, super thin. All right, I'm sure you guys would like to see the display. This is a 165 Hertz display. As you can see, it's just truly, truly beautiful. And yes, there is a webcam. All right? So check it out. And it just sounds beautiful. So, this is the new Blade 14. It's so compact, packing a 3080. Imagine that. And really quickly, to take us through this is the world's most powerful 14-inch gaming laptop. It's ultra powerful. It's ultra thin. It's the world's thinnest 14-inch gaming laptop. Just imagine I'm saying that at the same time. Ultra fast. It's got ultra connectivity. Look at all the ports on both ends. It's got an ultra responsive gaming keyboard, and it's ultra immersive. You know, you've seen the upward firing speakers, and all of this with 12 hours of battery life. Today, together with AMD, I'm incredibly excited to announce the ultimate AMD gaming laptop, the new Razer Blade 14. Now, at this point of time, you want to know the price, you want to know availability. Well, I'm sure with a product like that, you're probably quaking inside thinking, is this going to be a $5,000 laptop? It's got all the insane features. It's got the most powerful CPUs and GPUs, right? You know, is this going to be a $3,000 laptop? Well, ladies and gentlemen, the new Razer Blade 14 starts at just $1,799. When is it available? Well, not in 10 years from now. It's available right now today. By the end of this keynote, you can order it. And where can you order it? Well, you can order it online at Razer.com or at any of our global Razer stores. You can check them out. And of course, at leading retailers globally, you can check it out right away today at just starting from $17.99. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Razer Blade 14, the ultimate AMD gaming laptop. So that's the first product that we've got today. And we've still got a big show ahead. So what's next? Insanely small, insanely powerful. And what am I talking about? Well, it's our all-new USB-C 130-watt GAN charger. 10 years ago, when we first launched the Razer Blade, one of the big innovations that we did was we went and redesigned the charger. 10 years later, we're now really pushing the limits of what we can do with power. So here is a traditional power brick. It's shipped in many of the other gaming laptops out there. Not a Razer laptop, but this is often in many of the other gaming laptops. This is 130-watt size of a power brick, all right? It's almost 3 inches tall. It's got about 6 inches wide. How big is the new Razer GAN charger? Or how much smaller is it? It's up to 59% smaller. It's so tiny, it can fit in your pocket. And it's not just smaller, it's also up to about 17% shorter. It's an incredibly, incredibly small charger. So I thought you guys would like to see how small or how large the chargers are. This is a traditional 130-watt power brick. It's pretty big, it's pretty heavy. It's something that will ship with your traditional luggable kind of a laptop. So how small is the Razer GAN charger? Boom, it's just hiding behind it. It's just so tiny. The same amount of power that it's packing from 130 watt, and this is a 130-watt charger. And this is already considered one of the smaller 130-watt chargers out there. You can see how tiny, how small it is, but we've got another surprise for all of you. This charger can only do one thing. It charges your 130-watt laptop or gaming laptop. This charger doesn't just charge your laptop. Boom, it charges up to 4 devices simultaneously. That's how powerful, that's how insane this product is. This is the Razer GAN charger, USB-C 130 watts of power, truly compact power. Here's the side profile. Here's the front profile. You can see the 4 ports, 2 USB-Cs and 2 USB-As, truly compact power. And here's a perspective shot. Truly, we've designed this so that this is the perfect charger that you can buy. It allows you faster charging up to 4 devices. It's mobile and travel ready with global adapter plugs. And in summary, it's small enough to fit your pocket. Charge up to 4 devices at once. Faster charging, 2 times USB-A, 2 times USB-C, mobile and travel ready. And it's got safer power delivery features. Now, what does it work with? Well, lots and lots of selected devices. As long as it's got USB-C and charging, it works with a whole slew of Razer Blade laptops, Apple MacBooks, both the Pro and the Air, Windows laptops like the Dell XPS, tablets, smartphones, smartwatches, and much more. So, is this $500? Is it $300? Well, absolutely not. The Razer GAN charger is just $179.99. You can pre-order it right now, and we're shipping within the next 30 days. And you can buy it, of course, at Razer.com, any of our Razer stores, and at leading retailers globally. This is the Razer 130-watt GAN charger, and you'll want to be making your pre-orders right now because this is truly the ultimate charger. Next up, Pixel Perfect. Well, a couple of years ago, we launched the Razer Raptor 27. What do we have with it? With the new Razer Raptor? Well, still a 27-inch form factor. It's got an IPS display. It's got a beautiful QHD resolution display. Now, what we've done is that we've upped the refresh rate from 144 Hertz from the previous generation to a faster 165 Hertz refresh rate. In addition, we've looked at how to ensure that there's tear-free adaptive sync. It's not just using NVIDIA G-Sync, but it's also compatible with AMD FreeSync Premium. And we've got one of the best display panels in the industry. It's got a 95% DCI P3 color space, HDR, high dynamic range display. And something I'm really proud of is that this is the world's first THX certified gaming monitor. And we've worked really closely together with THX, specifically with the gentleman, Eric Gemmer, who's got decades of experience in making sure that he certifies the very best displays in the market. And joining me on screen here today is Eric, talking a little bit about our partnership.
Hi there, I'm Eric Gemmer, THX's Director of Imaging Technologies. I'm pleased to announce that THX has certified its first ever gaming PC monitor, the newly refreshed Razer Raptor 27-inch. If you don't know, to become THX certified, a monitor like the Razer Raptor must pass 400 different tests run by the certification team and me. The THX certification process makes sure that the screen in question will perform remarkably well, and our testing process includes ensuring panels are lit consistently, colors are accurate, and the image is pristine and clear. The result is a stunningly good screen that is good for fast-paced gameplay and other challenging scenarios. More importantly, THX certification plus the Razer Raptor's fast refresh rate of 165 Hz and 1 millisecond response time means the screen will keep with your superhuman reflexes. If you're a creator, the THX certified screens, like the Raptor, have the added benefit of being a great option for color grading. If you've ever worked on an artistic endeavor and the colors you see look off compared to other screens, don't worry. THX's certified screens and our exacting attention to detail means the Razer Raptor 27 serves as a benchmark for color accuracy, so your next project will look true to your artistic vision. If the Razer Raptor is your main entertainment screen, you're in luck, because like all THX certified screens, the Razer Raptor 27 includes our renowned THX Cinema mode. When it comes time to enjoy your favorite blockbuster movie or TV shows, it'll look spectacular and pixel perfect by correcting for color, brightness, grayscale, and removing any excessive and unwanted video processing. Across the board, the Razer Raptor 27 is a superb entertainment screen, and we hope you enjoy the quality THX certification brings to the new Razer Raptor 27.
Thank you very much, Eric. So that's Eric, who's had decades and decades of experience in terms of making sure that the very best displays in the world are certified in accordance to THX's highest standards. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the new Razer Raptor 27. It's got a forged aluminum construction. It's got a beautiful construction. It's got a unique 90-degree tilt that you can flex it and have it positioned any way you like it. And it's got lots and lots and lots of ports. It's got a beautiful integrated cable management. It's truly unique. You can see it from the rear. And when you touch the back of the new Razer Raptor 27, it's got a beautiful textured fabric backing. Now, the display is optimized in terms of software. We've had optimized gaming modes, as well as immersive cinema modes that you can use. And over and above, of course, it's integrated with Razer Chroma RGB. So it fits the entire Chroma RGB family. With Chroma as the world's largest RGB platform, you can rest assured the new Razer Raptor will fit in terms of the entire desktop or battle station that you have. Now, one of the things that we've done to update the new Razer Raptor 27 is to include VESA compatibility. New Razer Raptor will allow you to use monitor arms with a VESA-compatible mount, and this is also backward compatible with the previous Razer Raptor 27. And of course, the mounts are sold separately, and I thought I'd share a little picture of how a triple-screen monitor might look on your desk, and it looks just beautiful. Now, at this point, I'm sure many of you guys would like to see a video that we've put together for the new Razer Raptor 27, and here you go. right, so at this point of time, let's do a quick demo of the new Razer Raptor 27. Let's call up the Raptor 27. All right, here you go. It's got a beautiful, beautiful screen. It's forged out of aluminum. It's a beautiful monitor. Let's turn it around so people can see the integrated cable management. As you can see, it's got a truly unique cable management system. All right, let's turn it to the front again. And one of the things that we've updated, the new Raptor 27, is of course the Visa mount. And with the Visa mount, now you can have a triple screen monitor. There you go, boom. Display over here, right on your battle station. If you turn it around, you can see how it looks. It's truly, truly unique. And we're really excited to be able to present this here today, the new Razer Raptor 27. Thank you very much. So, in closing, it's got an ultra-fast display. We've upped it to 165 Hertz. It's a beautiful display. It's got adaptive sync. Bear in mind, it's got both G-Sync and AMD FreeSync Premium. It's the world's first THX-certified monitor. And it's a Visa mount compatible, sold separately. And it's got this really clean, ultra-clean cable management system. And lots of ports. So how much is the new Razer Raptor? Well, you can pre-order it right now at just $799, and we will be shipping within the next 30 days. And of course, like most Razer products, you can order it at Razer.com, Razer stores globally, and leading retailers. And also, you can order the new Visa mount, which is optional, at just $99, available today at Razer.com and at global Razer stores. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Razer Raptor 27, pixel perfect. So that's what we have today at our Razer keynote at E3. Remember to join us after this. We've got Razer Store Live. Every month we run this. We've got great new products that we announce. We've got giveaways, and we stream it live from one of our Razer stores somewhere in the world. But that's not all. We've got one more thing to share with everyone, and it's safe, social, and sustainable. And what am I talking about? Well, no other than Project Hazel. We announced this at CES earlier this year. And at CES, we had some truly, truly insane press coverage with everyone out there saying, when can I get a Project Hazel? Will you make it into reality? And it wasn't just the press. We had resounding response from the community, every single one asking us to make Project Hazel a reality. And many of you had great ideas for features to remove. We've heard your feedback. We continue to hear your feedback on Twitter, on Facebook. Ping us anytime because we listen to all the feedback for gamers, by gamers. And what I thought I would do today is that I'd give everyone an update on the project because we are going to be making Project Hazel a reality. So what kind of updates can we give? Well, when the pandemic first started, we converted one of our manufacturing facilities to make surgical masks. Today, we at Razer make high quality, certified surgical masks, and we ship them worldwide. We've donated over 1 million masks worldwide in the US, in Europe, in Asia, in Africa, etc. And we continue to do that. High quality surgical masks meeting the very best standards. And what we've done is that we've taken the learnings from that, the engineering, the design, and we've put that into Project Hazel. So Project Hazel is going to be using replaceable N95 grade filters. We've now designed in a secure silicon face seal. These are just some of the updates since the last time that we talked about this at CES. And we are going to make sure that Project Hazel follows the lab testing with BFE rating.
Mais oui, ils l'ont vraiment fait. Ils présentent leur masque à l'E3. Mais c'est incroyable. Mais c'est pas possible.
Well, first up, the clear, transparent design. We're definitely keeping that. We're also adding in interior lighting so that in low light conditions, you can still see the face of the Project Hazel user. And one of the big things that we've added this time around is anti-fog coating. So we've got an anti-fog coating on the inside of the Project Hazel to ensure that the social function still remains even during use. Now, what about sustainability? Now, many of you will be aware, sustainability is at the core of what we do over here at Razer. We care a lot about the environment. One of the things that concerned us the most when we were making these one-off surgical masks was the sustainability of the surgical masks. Well, Project Hazel has got a reusable mask design, and every single filter lasts 3 times longer than single-use surgical masks. And what I'm really proud to say is that every filter uses 80% less material than traditional surgical masks. Now, I'm sure many of you are waiting to try out Project Hazel, and I'm going to talk about availability at the end of this. But if you can't wait to try Project Hazel out, we've got something really special for all of you. You can try the Project Hazel filter online and see how it looks on your face. You can check it out on Instagram, check out Razer, and here's a quick video to show how you can use the Project Hazel filter on Insta. Now remember to tag us with your Project Hazel filters because we will be watching out for all of you, and we might have some pretty cool giveaways for Project Hazel when the time comes for shipping. So we've got a quick video to show you the updates that we've made since the last time we announced this at CES. Here you go. So, I'm sure many of you are asking, when can I get one? When do they ship?
Sérieusement, mais
Well,
bordel.
with the insane demand that we're expecting for Project Hazel, we've put together a plan so that we can get as many of these units out to you as possible. We're going to have limited quantities right from the get-go. So once we start manufacturing, we're going to be doing sale by drops. We'll have all the database of
Le chat est
everybody who wants a
magnifique.
Project Hazel, and we'll send you information once there are units available. And our first drop is going to be happening early Q4. We're still perfecting it. We're taking in all the beta feedback. You're going to see units out in the field, but the first drop is going to happen early Q4 once we've got most of the testing and certification done. And it's going to be available exclusively on Razer.com. And you can sign up now for all the information at rzr.to/project-hazel. So thank you very much for joining us here today at the Razer keynote at E3. I'll be seeing you guys soon. Goodbye.
And the Razer presentation is over. Laptops, monitors, and face masks. Oh my!
You want that Project Hazel? You getting into one of those?
Oh
props?
heck yeah! I thought it was one of their like April Fool's jokes things.
It
To be honest,
started that way.
I really didn't think that was gonna be happening.
Well,
so
they underestimated all of our desires to be able to see each other's mouths while you actually talk to one another.
I ain't
That-
gonna lie, when it said it was see-through, I was like, but I wanted to hide my face.
Oh, I'll tell you, somebody hard of hearing, being able to read your lips is so clutch. Like it's
Yeah. I mean, regardless, it's super cool. Okay, but we gotta talk about the Blade 14, $17.99.
Yeah, I know,
Need
right?
that kind of funny games money.
Well, first off, can it run TurboTax? All right, we heard. What did we hear about? It's got the RTX 3080 built in, right? AMD Ryzen 5900 HX processor. But can it run Minesweeper? Can it run TurboTax?
Minesweeper, I mean, that's the big question.
That's the big one right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is absolutely lovely. I like feel uncomfortable touching it because I'm like,
tossed off the side.
Merde.
yeah, you want to catch? Just kidding! Come on, they would kick me out of here. I'd never come back. But it is really, really light, and lots and lots of ports. I felt like I heard that a lot. Let's show. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though.
Bon, il y a eu beaucoup de produits présentés par Razer et des produits, faut pas se mentir, qui sont plutôt pas mal. Technologiquement aussi, j'ai pas tout suivi pour être honnête.
Spatial audio. I mean,
mais c'est vrai que c'est pas dégueu. Et surtout, marrant à savoir, c'est que là, du coup, ça veut dire que les PC portables qu'on voyait depuis le début, c'était les tout nouveaux qui allaient être présentés. C'est assez ironique.
Taylor Swift, no big deal.
Wow, that joke.
It's not a joke, that's literally my character.
Taylor Swift? I absolutely love that, actually.
Bon.
I would be a Sith too. Did you see? Yesterday, I thought I had very Sith Lord vibes.
Bah, c'est la fin de cette 5e journée.
Moving on. Let's talk about Capcom.
Sure, yeah, we got cut off. Pour l'avant-dernière journée. On va dire que c'est l'avant-dernière.
Yeah, where to begin?
La dernière, pardon. Ça, c'était l'avant-dernière.
I told you all. I was like, Capcom talked about what it was. Golden Boy over there. Oh, I want Lost Planet. Oh, I want this. They were very clear about what they were going to have, and that is what they had. They did not go beyond that.
Well, you know, we always think, hey, maybe they're going to sneak something in there. They 100% stuck to the agenda on that. So we talked about Monster Hunter at length, but the Great Ace Attorney.
Après, bon, c'est vrai que cette année, il n'y a pas eu beaucoup d'annonces de jeux. J'aimerais bien des dates. J'aurais bien aimé par contre des dates.
Like, I love that they made him. Oh wait, I said his real name. It's supposed to be Holmes.
À voir, mais c'est pas grave.
I'm sorry, I cannot believe that I messed that up. But anyway, absolutely like adored that character.
Mais du coup voilà, je ferme mon bloc-notes, donc il y a eu Razer,
and like I said from the beginning, I'm here for the animation. This just looks so beautiful. Of course. Also, this is so anime. Dance of deduction, summonation, examination.
De leur part, tac, enregistré, je ferme ma note. C'est fini pour le 3 de ce soir. Heureusement qu'il y a eu Capcom qui franchement fait une plutôt bonne conf. Je lui donnerais aller un 15 sur 20. 15 sur 20. 15 sur 20. En temps normal, ça aurait dû être moins, mais étant donné que malheureusement les autres conférences ont été à chier, et bien ça ne serait que ça.
Golden boy, golden boy, golden boy. I know you jealous. Look what we have over here. We have a cool toy. Anyway, just wanted to rub that on your face. How y'all doing over there?
Thank you. I think also, Greg,
donc voilà. En tout cas, du coup, rendez-vous demain à partir de quelle heure? C'est sont quoi déjà les horaires? On se dit rendez-vous vers 17h30, 45 pour le Nintendo Direct à 18h, ensuite à 18h40 le Nintendo Treehouse, 23h25 Bandai Namco, et ensuite je pense que ça va s'enchaîner jusqu'à minuit 30. Eureka Studio à minuit 35, GameSpot Play for All Showcase, et à 1h45 les officiels E3 2021 Awards Show qui clôtureront du coup cette E3. C'est sniff, c'est triste, c'est dégueulasse. Mais voilà, malheureusement, voilà, c'est la fin de l'E3 et je pense que malheureusement cette E3 2021 ne va pas rentrer dans les annales. Mais chaque année ne peut pas être incroyable et c'est vrai que il y a une excuse, mais qui est une bonne excuse, c'est l'excuse du Covid. C'est vrai qu'avec le Covid, ça doit être compliqué pour les développeurs, sachant que JDG, Seb son TVC, on l'a, il est là. Sachant que du coup, demain, c'est la chaleur, il fait actuellement 30 degrés, je crois, 30. C'est bien trop chaud, en tout cas. C'est bien trop chaud. En tout cas, merci d'avoir Je sais même plus ce que je veux dire. Ah là là, je suis fatigué. Tac.
Yeah, it's exciting that it's coming imminently. It's something to look forward to.
Non,
Also,
mais
the promise of
voilà
more
quoi.
RE Village
C'est vrai
down
que
the line.
chaque
I
année,
do agree
voilà,
with
cette
Damon. It
fois, on
would
va
have
pas
been
entendre
nice
les
to see
annales, comme je
at
le
least a
disais.
hint about what's to come. But
Et
it is nice to know that
malheureusement,
there
voilà,
is
on n'a
more.
pas eu du coup
I half
de
expected them
The
to
Wolf
release
Among
like
Us
Ethan
lors de
Winter's
cette
brand,
3.
like hand lotion or something,
Tant
because of
pis,
how effective it is in
tant
the
pis,
game.
c'est pas
But
grave.
I will take
Ce
our
sera
reverse in the
pour
meantime.
l'année prochaine,
You know,
sûrement, pour
they
les
didn't give
Game
me
Awards,
Rifle
mais
Schools,
ça a
but
déjà
they
été
did give
présenté au
me
Game Awards,
the
donc je pense
Great
pas.
Ace Attorney and some
Je vais
others
chercher
to
vite
look
fait
forward
The
to, so
Wolf
I'm happy enough.
Among Us.
But one game though that they spent a
3.
significant amount of time on, and for good reason, because it looks great. And Michael, Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, looks
Ouais,
awesome.
malheureusement,
I had not played the original. And I just downloaded it. I'm going to play it tonight. I'm looking forward to it. What can you tell us about this game?
Là, je vois beaucoup de... Voilà, en fait, c'est pour ça que je m'attendais à voir le 3, parce que je voyais beaucoup de rumeurs qui disaient The Wolf Among Us 2 arriverait en fin 2021.
And yo, they got the palicos are so cute. I think their name is Tsukino. So very cute.
Voilà, il y a beaucoup de sites qui disent pas avant 2021. Ou
Rathalos growing up
merde, ça,
in
c'est
a
le nom,
world of oppression, because in the stories of Monster Hunter, Rathalos is like the big monster that you want to slay. But here, it's kind of flipped on its head a little bit, where you have a baby Rathalos they call Ratha, and then you kind of go through the motions of society, trying to like, yo, that's Rathalos, we got to chain them down, we got to control this monster, and everyone else is like wilding out about it. Like, so they're like, you get the story trailers, and for me, as someone who loves JRPG straight up and loves that melodramatic storytelling, and I love characters are crying, so that means I'm probably gonna cry. And there's anime boys and anime girls. Like, this is 1000% up my alley. And it's it's an RPG.
Donc là, voilà, The Wolf Among Us 2 arrivera en fin 2021. Là encore, pas avant 2021. Ici, on a quoi? Ce qui est bugué en tout cas. Voilà, The Last of Us, The Wolf Among Us 2 pour fin 2021.
That game is dope. I still can't believe that's running on Switch, but Monster Hunter Stories is
Les
my
Game
game
Awards
of the
ne
day.
sont plus vraiment très loin et les rumeurs sont donc de plus en plus insistantes sur ce qui pourrait y être dévoilé. Voilà, oui, c'est depuis 2020.
That's tough.
Well, I was getting
that's what I would want, though.
Yeah, I kind of was getting Dragon Prince vibes there as well.
Oh,
because like
that's what Dragon Prince.
Yeah, it's a great
anime. De
anime
l'hiver 2021.
Netflix,
Or,
yeah,
on n'a
I was like,
aucune news.
Kind of
On
reminded
n'en a pas vu lors de cette 3 et je vois pas
but
du coup
Damon,
pour l'instant d'autres conférences sur lesquelles il pourrait s'avancer et se montrer.
I know you and Dan are both very
C'est pour ça que
excited
c'est un
about
petit
it.
peu dommage et ballot.
It looks like it's going to be a fun time
Mais
for
bon,
fans of the series.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
voilà,
I like, you know, there've been many
5 ans après
Ace
l'histoire
Attorney games. I like this one
d'origine.
has a more historical setting. I think that'll help it feel a little bit fresh. And then they revealed 2 new game modes. The names of those escape me right now, but I think that'll help to mix it up a little bit in this long-running series.
Mais bon,
you were gushing about it, so I
dommage.
want to give you some time to
J'aimerais
express your
bien en
love
avoir
for this
des
game.
nouvelles.
As someone who loves excruciating wordplay and makes it a key facet of my personality, I have no objections to what I saw there. When I saw it, I said, take that and take my money because I want
Mais la bonne nouvelle, c'est qu'apparemment ils sont en train de bosser dessus. La dernière nouvelle, ils étaient en train de bosser dessus et du coup ils l'avaient repris. Voilà, voilou. Bah, moi je vais m'arrêter ici, ça sert à rien que j'aille plus loin. C'est une bonne nouvelle. À demain, 17h40.
Famicom Detective Club. Now you have more Ace Attorney to look forward to. So it's a great time to be a fan of solving mysteries and experiencing excruciating puns.
Yeah, one thing that you can always, or at least turn to, is like there was a little something for the fans of those games, and that is always a plus. It's always we should definitely celebrate that, which is always fun, right? Especially for fans of the Ace Attorney series. I'm intrigued. I'm going to check it out. I'm looking forward to that one. But you know, guys, Capcom, they've had a pretty busy 2021 with the release of Resident Evil Village, the 8th installment, by the way, of this epic franchise that introduced us all to survival back on the PlayStation 1. That opening cutscene was horrifying, by the way. I was a child. It did not set right for me. So basically Reddit, set up an AMA with the developers of Capcom sequel to talk about, these, the creepy corners, the really tall vampires and, what the devs have against Ethan's poor hands. Let's take a look.
In Resident Evil 7, we created Ethan to act as the player's alter ego, a cameo-like character without any strong personality. However, through the course of production, we became attached to Ethan and we became curious to find out what will happen to him. And this decision to have him as the main character in Village came to us early in the production. While we began production for Village before RE7 was out, we actually had a plan for Ethan's destiny during RE7's development. And with the popularity of RE7, we were able to realize this idea. Since Ethan was created as the player's alter ego, we wanted to leave his face up to each player's imagination. So at this point, we don't want to show his face in any official form. In Village, showing that Ethan is in pain is an important tool to instill fear in the player. We don't have anything against his hands, but even we can admit that he has gone through a lot throughout the years. Naturally, there were many ideas that were not fully implemented in Village, either due to it crashing with the gameplay or game tempo or other reasons. But all ideas were utilized in the finished product in some way or another. This is one of the contrasts to the modern horror of RE7, where Village instead leans towards a gothic horror type action. Creatures in Village are a modern